Hi, Cancer. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for August. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then we'll take a look at love. I'll have timestamps down below. Cancer, general overview, August 2019. Cancer, general overview, August 2019. Okay, Cancer, I've got you guys. There's an emphasis on soulmates coming back together. That's what I'm channeling. Soulmates coming back together. So you may be coming back together for the first time in this lifetime, or you may be reuniting with soulmates that you separated from. For many of you, this is going to apply to friendships and soul family, people who feel like soul family. For many of you, this will also apply to romantic relationships, but keep an open mind and an open heart to this. There are some fated people being put in your path, and it's to help you fulfill your soul purpose at a higher level, but also so that you have familiar relationships. There's something about comforting you, Cancer, especially after a very difficult July for many of you. This will feel like a relief in the month of August. So let's get a little bit more clarity on this. Cancer, general overview. Okay. Coming through first is ask. I feel Cancer is manifesting at a very high level with this card. Asking universe for what you want in all areas across the board, but really making time to do that. More than just conversations you're having with universe, really take the time to brainstorm and write it out. I'm definitely seeing vision boards here, and that would be very beneficial for you, Cancer. You're not the only sign I've gotten that for, but I see you being able to call in a lot of abundance, a shower of abundance. Actually, there's an abundance of joy here. There are fated relationships, but it feels like you need more than one area of your life to improve. And it doesn't mean that where you're at isn't positive, but it feels like you recognize you're soul evolving at a very quick pace now, and status quo just isn't going to satisfy you long term. So don't be afraid to ask. If you're asking for very high level love, soulmate love to come in, also ask for soulmate friends, also ask for that abundance of money, all in alignment of free will, highest good, and harm to none. But consciously manifesting will bring in many, many blessings, and you'll be rewarded for taking the time to do that. But the main message is to ask, to utilize your free will, because some of you may not be doing that. Make sure you come into the month. Yes, okay, another manifestation card. What are you dreaming of? What do you want your life to look like in the months ahead and years ahead? Right now, Cancer, you're stepping into a time where you're utilizing a lot of empowerment, personal power, with very deep connection to spirit and to universe. Make the most of that. Make the most of that. For those of you who don't, will you feel a void of blessings? No, of course not. There will still be some soulmate relationships and partners showing up for you. They will come in more quickly if you ask for it, okay? So giving and receiving is, again, about this message of ask. You guys really may not be manifesting. You may not be investing enough time into manifestation. I feel you helping a lot of other people. Cancer, you may be teaching people around you what energy work means. I feel many of you are holding space for energy healing, maybe teaching other people about law of attraction and manifestation, but then you don't have enough energy to invest into your own work. You need to sidestep that a little bit because it's out of balance. I'm also feeling relationships that have been out of balance, and the necessity to ask universe to really put this intention out there to align you to people who mutually give and receive. It's balanced. People who can show up and benefit you, not just the other way around. Because I think it's fair to say, Cancer, that oftentimes people can show up and ask for quite a lot, and you are willing to help, and you're willing to love, and you're willing to hold space for that healing. But maybe you don't ask people around you to help you and to love you and to take care of you when you need it. Don't be afraid to do that, not just with universe, but with those that love you, okay? Beautiful. Ask is in alignment. It is in alignment with perfect timing, but ask is being clarified by perfect timing. It's the perfect time to, do you see those notes? She's playing music, and all of this energy is going out into the universe. She's going to get that energy back, the creative energy energy back. Divine flow. There's so much love here. You just have to ask for it. That's what you need to be doing with your thoughts while you're manifesting, but it's the perfect time to do it. And you may have held back because you knew that you wouldn't have gotten the best results last month, and maybe now intuitively you know this is a better month and better timing, so it speaks to this as well. Daydream, center of the reading, clarified by acceptance, okay? Accept that some of your dreams, those daydreams you have, especially the ones that bring about a lot of passion and emotion and enthusiasm, okay? Accept that that can and will be a reality, but there's just this big message with asking, okay? It's like every card I'm channeling that for you. Giving and receiving, being clarified by assertiveness. There are people around you that are not giving back what you give them. It is not okay anymore. Cancer, utilize healthy boundaries. Communicate with people, not aggressively, do it assertively, but really call people out if you are in relationships where you are not striking a healthy balance. It does feel like you'll have some success there. There are people around you that maybe don't realize that you need more. So if you get reactive and you end up having an aggressive conversation about it, you may not have a very healthy result or a healthy resolution at the end of that. But if you can sit down and talk to people that you really love and care about and say, look, I do X, Y, and Z, and I'm happy to do that, but I need X, Y, and Z back. And a healthy relationship looks like this to me. So part of this manifesting and part of this conscious daydreaming has to do with you communicating what you want to universe, but it also requires you to have the courage to communicate that with other people around you. Now, as you do that, yeah, I thought I saw this pop. So we have life purpose. As you do that, you're aligning with life purpose. Because you align with life purpose, because you have healthier boundaries in your life now, you will naturally call in people that have that soulmate connection to you. You're going to feel more fulfilled. As long as you ask for it, you have relationships showing up in your life across the board, not just in romantic relationships. I'm really feeling a strong emphasis on friendships, soul family. Some of you may have the romantic partner and feel like you don't have any friends. It's really important to ask universe for that. It's okay to be successful in one area and also want to be successful across the board. Universe wants to gift you that this month and in the months ahead, but you have to be willing to ask and also be willing to receive, okay? That's also speaks to giving and receiving. Asking universe for what it is that you want, but also allowing universe to bring it all the way in. Bottom of the deck, we have energy work, get some energy healing done. Many of you are energy healers. For some of you, this puts you in alignment with your life purpose. Honor that, utilize that. I'm definitely feeling that you could be making some money working as a healer of some sort, but I feel more strongly than not is that you need some energy work done. Time to manifest, energy work done, some energy cleansing. It's all around manifesting though, but you have to take care of you. I feel a lot of energy going out from Cancers to other people, and you either not getting that energy back from those around you, or you not investing that same kind of time and energy into yourself, into your own life and your own goals, okay? So rebalance that this month. But August in general is going to feel like a breeze compared to July. Do I think there are plenty of joyful moments and blessings to the eclipses back to back, the Mercury retrograde? Absolutely, there's so much there, but this month is going to feel a little bit less challenging, okay? Now let's take a look at love for you, Cancer. Cancer in love, August 2019. Cancer in love, August 2019. Yeah, I'm getting faded partnerships here. If you stepped away from somebody recently, it does feel like somebody new wants to come in this month. If you've done that energy healing, if you've rebalanced that give and receive within and around yourself, close relationships, your relationship with the universe, there are definitely faded people trying to show up. For many of you, this pertains to love. I'm also feeling, too, for those of you in committed relationships, yeah, I think you guys have dealt with some pretty serious separations, You needed your freedom. You knew you needed to take your life back because you were in toxic relationships. And that's probably, for the majority of you, where that imbalance was coming from, okay? Now, on the heels of this, I do feel somebody faded who wants to come in August. You may not allow them in August, especially if you're doing some healing, and that's okay. Feeling August season, Leo season, or also Virgo season. So don't be surprised if someone comes in a little bit later in the month as we step into Virgo season. But you have a few weeks here to really utilize this energy, the soul energy. If you're not open to new romantic partners, do expect some new friends to show up. For many of you, that's what you need the most. I'm feeling the necessity for new friends, soul family in terms of friendships, more so than new romantic partners if you're newly single. Just don't be surprised if you get all of the above as well. For others of you, you've continued to stay in existing relationships, but July showed you that you need to have more freedom. So you may be feeling that message of friendships. Again, you may have a romantic partner, but you don't have close friends around you anymore. You're going to start to prioritize that now. Keep an open mind to the kind of people showing up. You will feel that soul connection. They may not look or act like or come from or have a similar background to you. You may be calling in very different people than you have in the past. Trust that process in terms of friendships and in terms of romantic partnerships. Also just keep, wow, that just flew. Keep in mind, keep an open mind to soulmate, more than one soulmate partner trying to show up for you at this time. It just feels like you need that to heal and to nurture and to rebalance your life. It feels like you need healthier relationships across the board. Let me get this card for you, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So for those of you entertaining new love, it feels like someone comes in who you have a lot of chemistry with. I'm getting Capricorn here. I'm getting intellectual chemistry. There will definitely be physical chemistry here for sure, but I'm getting an emphasis on intellectual chemistry, a really good communicator, a very intelligent person coming into your life, someone that you genuinely really respect. And they don't necessarily have to have some advanced degree for you to respect them. It's like this worldly intelligence, maybe somebody who's traveled a lot. I'm feeling for some of you there's creative chemistry that comes through this. So this may spill over into work for those of you who are creative. For yourself, it's being clarified by healing family issues. You know, to heal, many of you needed to separate from relationships that were no longer of your highest good. For others of you, you needed your freedom one way or the other. I feel some of you giving, I don't want to say an ultimatum, but you communicated with a partner that you felt smothered and you needed some time away from the relationship. It does feel like that heals. It feels like that heals things pretty quickly, actually. So I do feel a healthy resolution there. There is real healing whether you move forward separately or together, but all parties involved seem to really be healing now. It feels conscious, but for many of you, the only way that you could heal was to separate. You may not be ready for a new partner right now, and it's okay to acknowledge that in the month of August. I think that's why I keep getting this emphasis on friends. I think some of you are so fresh out of relationships that you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you got into another one. If you do entertain new relationships, keep it kind of simple and flirty and fun for now. If you go from a relationship that had so many problems that you needed to get away from it, you needed that break, that freedom, and then somebody comes in on the heels of that, and now there's all this commitment in place and somebody rushing things along possibly, you're just gonna bolt. I just don't see Cancer settling down again or committing to anybody until they're ready. So communicate that from day one. Have fun though, okay? Again, we're getting friends. Center of the reading, keep an open mind. Clarify by let your friends help you. Spend time with your friends and be social. If you don't have a solid group of friends, and I mean a solid group of friends, not just necessarily people you've known your whole life, but I'm talking about friends who really benefit you. There's that mutual exchange, friends that really lift you up. You lift them up, they lift you up. Serious soul family. That is who is trying to come into your life. Now, as you connect to the soul family, you're going to, again, start to call in other soulmates. Same kind of thing happening while you align to that soul purpose. It's like activating that soul energy, that soulmate, that fated energy. You'll start to attract really good people to you pretty quickly, but you have to consciously do this. I think for many of you, you need to utilize law of attraction. You need to really consciously be manifesting that, especially early in the month in August. I feel like August, but Virgo season feels like a much better chapter for Cancer. It's not to say the rest of Leo season isn't special, because it does feel special, but I still feel you guys needing to heal, versus by the time you get into Virgo season, you feel ready to go. You feel ready to meet soulmate partners that aren't just friendships, okay? You get here, you get to this place of attracting people that you have real chemistry with depth. Clarified by you deserve love. You know that you deserve higher vibing love. You know what it is you deserve. Feels like a lot of reflection and manifesting and knowing what you want. You also have to reflect on that if you want to call in fulfilling people and blessings and situations, right? That's what it feels like you're stepping into. Expect that more so in Virgo season than Leo season, but you will feel relief surrounding your reading of self-love, okay? So it's all about healing and self-love right now. Separation at the bottom of the deck, but I also want to show you this. We have this playful energy too. As you move on from separations, we have both separation cards out now, okay? Obviously, this is major for some of you, and probably many of you. You want to have fun. Have fun with friends. If you're attracting new love, make sure that it's playful and it's lighthearted. For those of you in committed relationships, it does feel like you guys are considering separations if you haven't already. And we talked about this a little bit. Taking some conscious space, that feels like it will really be a catalyst for real healing. It's almost like if you stay under the same roof, or if you continue to have the same kinds of conversations, someone's going to burn out and they're not going to be able to commit to healing. Someone just wants to get away right now. Cancer, this could be you. This could also be your partner. Someone just needs their space. Take that space consciously. If you guys can do that without pushing each other over the edge and really honor that space for a little bit, I do see some healthy reconciliations here. There are friends and soul friends that can come in and really assist you on this process, okay? For those of you in committed relationships, I think the freedom needs to come from having a life outside of the relationship. So if you're feeling not the desire for this kind of separation, that permanent separation, but it's more so about having that personal freedom and getting that freedom back. You need to invest energy into friendships, yes, but into hobbies. I feel like some of you are very creative. Just something you can do without your partner being with you 24/7. Your partner may need that. That's what's going to heal you so you move forward. So if that does come up this month, don't be afraid of separating a little bit. Don't be afraid of going out separately with friends. There does feel like there's a lot of trust intact here. As long as you trust your partner has that trust in you, you can go out and have your own lives at times. Come back together. You'll be healthier and happier for it, okay? Big message on friends. Reshape your social circle right now, Cancer. You may have outgrown some people around you. They may be holding you down. They may be holding you down. You may have some friends around you who cannot handle that you're in a committed relationship. They may not be. They may want to constantly pull you out, and that's for that freedom. They want you to still have that 24/7 freedom, and you may not have that time to invest into friendships 24/7. You may need to align with people who are at the stage of life you're at with your partner and your family, okay? But you move through that the first couple weeks of August as you step into Virgo season. This chemistry, this playful energy at the bottom of the deck, the self-love is so on point. I see you guys having a lot of fun.